Every January, millions of people promise themselves, "This is my year." They buy the notebook. Download the productivity app. Join the gym. Write down impossible dreams. For a few days, they feel unstoppable. Their heart races with excitement. Their mind is full of possibilities. They believe nothing can stop them. But then Monday arrives. The alarm rings before sunrise. The bed feels warmer than the dream. The weather is cold. The body feels heavy. And suddenly, the promise they made to themselves begins to fade. Not because they stopped wanting success, because the feeling that started the journey disappeared. Here's what no one tells you. Motivation is a spark. It was never meant to become the fire. It gives you the courage to begin, but it cannot carry you through the nights when nobody believes in you. It cannot carry you through failure. It cannot carry you through loneliness. And it certainly cannot carry you through years of hard work. That's where something greater takes over. Discipline. Imagine two people standing at the bottom of the same mountain. Both have the same dream. Both have the same opportunity. The first person climbs only when the weather is perfect. The second climbs every single day. Rain. Snow. Heat. Exhaustion. One step after another. Months later, people call the second person lucky. They never saw the mornings when no one was watching. They never saw the silent victories, the hidden sacrifices, the ordinary choices that built an extraordinary life. Success has never belonged to the loudest person. It belongs to the person who keeps moving. Long after the excitement has disappeared, the world celebrates trophies, but greatness is built in moments. No camera will ever record an empty gym before sunrise, a student reading while everyone else is asleep, an entrepreneur working after another rejection, a parent sacrificing comfort to create a better future. Those moments don't make headlines, but they build legends. The truth is every time you choose comfort over purpose, you make tomorrow a little harder. Every time you choose discipline over excuses, you make tomorrow a little stronger. Comfort promises peace, but often leaves regret. Discipline demands effort, but rewards you with freedom. Freedom to become the person you dreamed of becoming. Freedom to look in the mirror without excuses. Freedom to know that no matter what happens, you kept your promise to yourself. One decision, one habit, one sunrise. One more step. That's how lives change. Not in a single dramatic moment, but through thousands of quiet decisions, repeated with courage. So when motivation leaves, don't panic. Don't wait for another inspirational video. Don't wait for the perfect mood. Stand up anyway. Take the next step anyway, because the strongest version of you isn't created on your best days. It's created on the days when quitting would have been easier. But you refused. And one day, people will ask how you became so disciplined. Smile. Because they'll never know that your greatest victory. Was winning the battle. No one else could see. The battle within. Every single morning. Before the world hears your first word, a conversation begins inside your mind. Two voices. Two different futures. One voice says, "Sleep a little longer. You've worked hard enough. Missing one day won't matter." The other voice is quieter. It doesn't shout. It simply says, "Get up. Keep your promise. Become the person you said you wanted to be." The future you will live depends on which voice wins today. Most people think success is built through massive opportunities. It isn't. Success is built through tiny decisions, made consistently when nobody is watching. Imagine an old oak tree standing in the middle of a violent storm. The wind howls. Rain crashes against its branches. Lightning splits the sky. Everything around it bends. But the tree remains standing, not because the storm became weaker, because its roots became deeper. Your habits are your roots. Every early morning, every difficult workout. Every page you read. Every promise you keep makes those roots stronger. People admire the tree. They rarely appreciate the years spent growing underground. That's the mistake many people make. They chase visible success without building invisible strength. They want applause before they've earned character, but character is built in silence. Long before success becomes visible, there will be mornings when your bed feels safer than your dream. There will be evenings. When quitting seems easier than continuing. Those moments will define your future, because champions are not created on easy days. They are created on ordinary days, when they choose discipline over comfort. Imagine a sculptor standing before a giant block of marble. Every strike of the hammer seems insignificant. One hit, nothing changes. 10 hits, still nothing. 100 hits. The stone finally begins to reveal its beauty. People call it talent. The sculptor calls it patience. Your life works the same way. One workout. One chapter. One difficult conversation. One courageous decision. Each one feels small. Together. They create a masterpiece. Never underestimate small victories. One healthy meal. 1 hour without distractions. One extra page. One more repetition. These are the moments that shape extraordinary people. The world is filled with people waiting for confidence. But confidence doesn't arrive before action. Confidence is born from keeping promises to yourself. Every promise you keep becomes another brick in the foundation of your self-belief. Every promise you break creates another crack. Protect your foundation. Because storms always come. Failure will come. Rejection will come. Disappointment will come. But if your foundation is built on discipline, nothing can permanently break you. The strongest people are not those who never struggle. They are the people who refuse to surrender when struggle arrives. One day. Someone will ask, "How did you become so strong?" They'll expect you to tell them about one lucky opportunity, one magical breakthrough, one secret formula. Instead, you single quotes LL smile, because you'll remember the truth. Strength wasn't built in one day. It was built in thousands of ordinary moments, when giving up would have been easier, but you kept going anyway. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings. Listen carefully. Both voices will return. Comfort will invite you back to the life you already know. Discipline will quietly point toward the life you've always wanted. Choose wisely, because your destiny. Is hidden inside today's decision. There comes a moment. When life stops asking what you want. And starts asking, what are you willing to sacrifice? Because everyone dreams about success. Everyone wants the applause, the recognition. The freedom. The life they've imagined. But dreams are cheap. Commitment is expensive. The world celebrates the champion. Very few people admire the years that created the champion. Imagine an iceberg floating in the middle of the ocean. People only see the small part above the water. They admire its beauty, its size. Its strength. But nearly everything that keeps it standing remains hidden beneath the surface. Success is exactly the same. People notice the victory. They don't see the invisible mornings, the missed parties, the lonely nights. The failures, the tears. The sacrifices nobody applauded. And that's where greatness is born, not in the spotlight, but in the shadows. Most people quit because they believe progress should be visible. But nature teaches us something different. A bamboo seed spends years growing beneath the soil. For a long time, nothing appears. People walk past it every day, believing nothing is happening. Then suddenly, it rises with incredible speed. What changed? The growth was never absent. It was simply invisible. Your life may feel exactly like that today. You keep working. You keep learning. You keep improving. Yet it feels like nothing is changing. Don't mistake invisible progress for failure. Some of the most important victories happen where nobody can see them. Inside your character, inside your mindset, inside your discipline. Every time you choose patience over frustration, you become stronger. Every time you choose action instead of excuses, you become wiser. Every time you choose purpose instead of comfort, you become unstoppable. People often ask, what's the secret to success? There isn't one. There are only ordinary habits, repeated long enough to create extraordinary results. Think of a blacksmith. Every strike of the hammer looks almost identical. One hit, another hit, another hit, nothing impressive. But after hundreds of strikes, a masterpiece appears. Your daily habits are those hammer strikes. One workout, one chapter, one difficult decision, one promise kept, none of them seem life-changing on their own, together they shape the person you're becoming. Never underestimate consistency. Small actions, repeated every day, will always defeat giant actions, taken once in a while. There will be people who laugh at your dreams. Forgive them. There will be people who doubt your potential. Keep moving. There will be people who leave your journey. Wish them well. Because not everyone is meant to walk every mile with you. Some people are chapters. Not the entire story. One day, the same people who questioned your vision may admire your results. Don't let that become your motivation. Your goal was never to impress them. Your goal was to become someone you could respect. The mirror should become your greatest audience. If you can look into your own eyes, knowing you gave everything you had, you've already won. Because real victory isn't measured by trophies. It's measured by integrity, by courage. By discipline. By refusing to betray your future for temporary comfort. So, if today feels difficult. Good. You're paying the price that many people refuse to pay. Every sacrifice. Every challenge. Every setback. Is preparing you for responsibilities your current self isn't ready to carry. Trust the process. Trust the pain. Trust the quiet days when nothing seems to happen. Because one day, you'll wake up. Look in the mirror and realize you didn't just achieve your dream. You became the kind of person who deserved it. And that is the greatest victory of all. The war within Part 4, Nitrogen Monoxide 1 is C-O-N-G. There is a moment that changes a person's life forever. It isn't graduation. It isn't getting rich. That isn't becoming famous. It's the moment you finally realize. No one is coming. No one is coming to rescue your dreams. No one is coming to wake you up every morning. No one is coming to fix your habits. No one is coming to build the future you keep imagining. The responsibility. Has always belonged to you. And strangely, that truth isn't depressing. It's liberating. Because the day you stop waiting. Is the day your life finally begins moving forward. 2. Many people spend years hoping that someday. Everything will magically change. They wait for motivation. They wait for confidence. They wait for the perfect opportunity. But opportunities rarely knock on closed doors. They appear when you are already moving. Imagine standing in the middle of a vast ocean. No land in sight. No rescue ship on the horizon. Only you and the boat you've been given. You have two choices. Complain about the waves. Or learn how to sail. Life works the same way. The storms are unavoidable. Financial storms, emotional storms. Personal storms. The people who survive are not those with calm seas. They are the ones who learn to navigate rough waters. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this teaching me? That single question transforms pain into progress. Failure into education. Fear into preparation. Every obstacle carries a lesson, but only if you're willing to learn it. There will be days when nobody notices your effort. Nobody applauds your discipline. Nobody congratulates your growth. Keep going anyway. The greatest transformations happen in silence. The tallest buildings begin as invisible foundations. The strongest trees spend years growing roots before they ever provide shade. Your life is no different. Don't confuse invisible progress with no progress. Every book you finish, every difficult conversation you face, every temptation you overcome. Every promise you keep, you're becoming someone stronger, even if nobody else can see it yet. One day. People will call you successful. They'll admire your confidence, your discipline. Your achievements. But they'll never fully understand that success wasn't built on one extraordinary moment. It was built on thousands of ordinary choices. The mornings you didn't hit snooze, the workouts you almost skipped. The chapters you finished. The fears you faced, the excuses you refused to believe. Those moments quietly built the person standing before them. Never underestimate the power of small victories. Because greatness is simply small victories, repeated long enough. Remember this. The world doesn't owe you success. Life doesn't owe you comfort. Dreams don't owe you results. But if you show up day after day, with discipline, with patience, with courage, eventually, your actions will introduce you to a future your excuses could never create. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for someone else to believe in you. Believe in yourself first. Work in silence. Grow with purpose. Lead by example. Because one day, someone else will look at your life. And find the courage. To change theirs. And that's when you'll realize the hero you spent years searching for. Was never outside you. It was quietly growing within you. Every single day. The War Within Part 5. The legacy you leave. Be a child. One day, your name will be spoken for the last time. One day, the alarm clock will ring, and it won't be for you. One day, the chapter called Your Life will come to an end. The question isn't whether that day will arrive. It will. The real question is. What will you leave behind? Will people remember someone who spent years waiting, or someone who spent years becoming? Because life has never been measured by how long you lived. It has always been measured by how deeply you lived. Every sunrise you've witnessed. Has been a gift. Every challenge has been a lesson. Every failure has been a teacher. Every victory has been a reminder that you are capable of far more than you once believed. Too many people spend their entire lives trying to impress strangers, buying things they don't need, living according to expectations that were never truly theirs. Then one day, they realize they forgot to become themselves. Don't let that happen to you. Become the person your younger self dreamed of becoming. The person your future family can depend on. The person who walks into difficult situations. With courage instead of excuses. The world doesn't need another person chasing comfort. It needs people who choose purpose. Purpose wakes you up before the alarm. Purpose keeps you moving when motivation disappears. Purpose reminds you that every sacrifice today becomes someone else's inspiration tomorrow. Imagine an old man sitting quietly on a wooden bench, watching the sunrise. His hair has turned gray. His hands carry the marks of decades of hard work. His face tells stories that words never could. A young boy walks toward him and asks, "If you could live your life again, what would you change?" The old man smiles. He doesn't talk about money. He doesn't talk about fame. He simply says, "I would have worried less about failing and more about never trying." Don't wait until tomorrow. To become the person you're capable of becoming. Tomorrow is not promised. This moment. Is. There will always be another excuse, another distraction. Another reason to delay your dreams. But there will never be another version of today This day will never exist again. Use it. Protect it. Honor it. Because every decision you make today is quietly introducing you to the person you'll become 5 years from now. Imagine meeting your future self. Would they thank you? Or would they ask why you kept waiting? The answer is being written right now. Not next week. Not next year. Right now. Every page you read. Every workout you finish. Every promise you keep. Every act of kindness. Every difficult conversation you choose to face. You're writing your legacy. Brick by brick. Step by step. Choice by choice. One day. People may forget your job title. They may forget your achievements. They may even forget your face. But they'll never forget how you made them feel. The courage you inspired. The hope you gave. The example you lived. That is a legacy. So stand up, even if your legs are shaking. Take the first step, even if the road is uncertain. Believe in yourself, even if nobody else does. Keep moving, even when progress feels invisible, because mountains are climbed. One step at a time. Empires are built, one brick at a time. Great lives are created. One disciplined decision at a time. And remember this, the greatest battle you'll ever fight will never be against another person. It will be against the voice inside you that says you're not good enough. Wait until tomorrow. Maybe this dream isn't for you. Smile and answer that voice with action. Because action silences doubt. Discipline defeats fear. Consistency creates confidence, and purpose creates legends. So, when tomorrow's sun rises, don't ask life for an easier road. Ask yourself to become a stronger traveler. Walk forward without excuses, without fear, without regret, because your greatest enemy has become your greatest teacher. Your greatest struggle. Has become your greatest strength. And the war within. Has become the reason the world will one day remember your name. This is your moment. This is your story. Now, go write a life that is impossible to forget.